good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to the Unity Excel Trading Model live trading demonstration. This morning we are going to be trading a new market for us. We're going to be trading gold. Gold has been shifting recently. It has been shooting upwards. Had a very disappointing 2022, but let's see what happens in 2023. So we're going to have, we've actually had some dollar strength though this morning, so gold has been weakening. I was going to look at this as just a long only demonstration, but we're going to take long and short trades. With me this morning is Ren Vallow. How are you today, Ren?
Hey, good morning, Mark. Doing well. Yep, doing really well. I'm excited to check out the gold markets. We did silver a couple of weeks back, and it was really exciting. And I know that the metals have become all the excitement here with the inflation. The story's finally hitting the metals.
Interesting, isn't it? So if you're joining us here, you can see in the top left-hand corner of your screen, and in fact, I will zoom in. This is the market that we are looking at today. This is gold, XAU USD on the 1 minute time frame. I'm going to zoom out quickly. You can see this, can't you, Ren? If I go back out to the 15-minute, the hourly, 4 hourly, wow, you can see that. You can see that. And that puts into context these two little bars, little downward bars that we've been seeing just today. But it's in the daily as well. Even on the daily, this is quite a violent move to the upside from gold. So something is driving that. As you say, inflation.
Yeah, I believe it's inflation, the inflation story anyway.
Yeah, expectations, what the Fed might or might not do. So we're having a little pullback. I imagine there is going to be lots of traders sizing up different support areas, looking to take trades into this weakness. And let's see what happens with that. So we are demonstrating today the Unity Excel trading model, which you can see on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. As I said, let's go back to the 1 minute time frame, and I will zoom in to Excel here. So this is the interface. This is the dashboard that you get with Unity. You see here lots of different settings. Right at the top here, we've got gold, we've got our position size, and we've got our time frame. So we're trading on the 1 minute time frame, but there's a drop-down menu here which you can't see on the video for some reason, but it gives you all the available time frames. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, and all the way up to the monthly time frame. So you can trade all of those with the Unity Excel trading model. I've got 800 rows of data, which corresponds to 800 minutes, 800 bars of data loaded into my screen here. I have, as I said at the start, taking long and short trades here. We've got a 3 ATR profit target and a 6 ATR stop loss. The strategy we are looking at today is gone to our top of our favorites list, hasn't it? This is the mean reversion strategy.
Exactly, yeah. It's one of our favorites, and this is a perfect market to test it on. We're in a very solid uptrend with a pullback. So
yeah, I know you've been doing a lot of testing on this, Ren, so we'll talk about that quite soon. So you can see here on the Excel model again, if you can see my cursor here, this is what the 1 minute time frame has been doing, and this is the drop off that you can see mirrored in the terminal above. Now we're using MetaTrader 5, MT5 as the terminal, which is an established platform. It's been around for at least, I think it's about 10 years or something now. It's a successor to MT4, which is still hugely popular and arguably still is more popular than MT5 for reasons that we're not entirely sure about. But MT5 is a good modern platform, and it's got a great API, which is what we've hooked into for this model. Ren, you found MT5 and we've just run with it, haven't we?
yeah, it's got a really good interface to interface the data and the trade indications. So both the things that we're looking to do, and it makes it streamlined with Excel perfectly. So it's a very, very good system to use, and it has so many different tools. Kind of like, I think there isn't a trading platform out there that has more tools than MT5. So all in all, it's just a one-stop shop that it was, I was so happy to see it because I had kind of discounted it. MT4 also has some tools that are really great, but it's more geared towards forex. But I think MT5 is now they have the forex market covered, and they also have the stocks and equity markets are just covered. So everything is
Mm.
covered with the MT5 platform. So really a robust platform to use. Super excited to have it, and it's a free platform for everybody, and it's broker independent.
Mm. Yeah, and wherever you are, if you're based in the US, UK, EU, Australia, South Africa, wherever you are, you will find brokers that offer MT5. And like you just said, Ren, all sorts of things. I've just got a selection showing here. We're not affiliated with MT5 in any way at all, but it is a good platform that we are taking advantage of with our model. So we've got a few stocks, got some ETFs, got plenty of currency pairs. MT5 very strong for currency pairs. We've got some commodities. We've got Brent. We've got crude oil. We've got gold that we're trading today. We've got the indices. We've got SPY over here as well. We've got coffee even. So a nice
Yeah.
selection of different markets, and I have ordered them from daily close all the way from strongest to weakest here. That's just a nice little feature that we sometimes talk about and sometimes use to trade
Yeah.
the strongest long and trade the shortest weak. Got that the wrong way around. Trade the weakest short. So today we're trading gold because it was shifting. So we're getting some reasonable results. Possible there might be a short-term trend change going on with gold. Are you a gold bug, Ren?
There was a time in the past when I was really passionate about trading silver and gold both,
Mm.
and I let that go. It kind of got to be kind of a boring market, honestly. There were times where gold was really exciting, and then it kind of
Mm.
just plateaued, and it just wasn't that great. But there was a time when I did pairs trade with gold and silver, where we'd trade silver against gold and gold against silver, um, and it was a pretty good trade for a long time.
Mm. Yeah, first trade I ever took was in gold. Actually,
Yeah. Oh,
2006 should have stayed long. It'd have been pretty good trade, but
yeah, you should have
I
stayed
got
longer. What were
yeah
you thinking?
yeah I'm like you. I just moved away from it. I found it a difficult one to get a feel of, but when it's
Yeah.
trading strongly like this, it always becomes a bit easier. Silver is quite exuberant. We looked at it a few weeks ago. Gold is a little bit more steady. There's a bit more going on. Central banks maybe
Yep.
influencing it, as well as jewelry, as well as users,
Yep. Yep.
as well as gold bugs and preppers, I assume. Um,
They definitely go together, and that's why we used to trade them together. Is because
mm,
like silver might be considered the leader, like it's more emotional,
yeah.
and it would jump up, so it kind of gives you an edge to think that okay, gold's going to start moving. If you think about what just happened last year, silver was making its run last year, or
Mm,
during the summer, from summer to Christmas, it was making its run, and gold wasn't doing much. Now gold's starting to take the lead, and take off. So they kind of like it's kind of like the turtle and the hare, you know,
mm,
and it's a race.
yeah.
So one pulls ahead, then the other one catches up, then the other one pulls back.
Yeah. So I mean, no, that's some of the art of trading, isn't it? It's finding the
Yeah,
market, just hitting it at the right time, and then it's easy. It's an shooting fish in a
yep,
barrel, and then it's easy.
exactly.
But you've got to find those markets at the right time. So I mean, one way you can, once you've identified the markets, if that's your strength, people watching, that's your strength. You've found the markets you want to trade, whether it's relative strength, whether it is absolute strength, whether it is you just quite like it, whatever metric or feelings you're using. Unity can then come in and actually do the trades for you. So it's algorithmic. Everything here you program in Excel, and it is built on the promise of having a backtest, optimization, and then live trading exactly what you have backtest. So, and it's all in Excel, so it's easy to use. You can see me. I'll zoom in again briefly here. You can see here everything. This is a normal Excel spreadsheet, and if I wanted to change the profit target, you can see in real time the
Yep.
capital graph over here on the right of the page is changing. So I want to change the profit target. I want to change the how long the trade remains open. So I want to change it from 80 minutes, say, to 60 minutes, and then maybe to 30 minutes. See here, it's not making a lot of difference. Put it down just to 15 minutes or even 10 minutes. So we can make these really, really short trades.
Yep.
Let's put it back up to 40. Make it really, really short trades so you can have an opportunity for lots and lots of short, sharp trades. This is a mean reversion strategy that we have programmed into the model. Ran, you've been doing tons of trading. Tell us what's happened over the past 7 days since we last did our live stream for the
Okay,
mean
so this
reversion.
is definitely my favorite strategy thus far that we've put into place. So, with all things, it's like when you decide the trade is very important. So, like what times of day you're trading, and what kinds of markets you're trading. But right now, we have a very good mean reverting market. So, for the last week, I ran it 24/7. I didn't really. I normally I would want to go towards more of the active times, like the daytime, for us here in the U.S. But I just decided that, hey, this has been working out so well, I'm just going to let it go 24 hours. Running at about 67% average win rate, which is really good. Average loss and average gain are very close to each other. The average loss is just slightly higher by like $10. It's very small, so it's negligible. So with the win rate being 67% on average and sometimes getting into the 70s, definitely making profits with it every day, which is really exciting to see. And it's been performing on one, I'm using the Euro USD contract. So with one contract with that, it's running about $300 a day, just plugging along, occasionally going, working its way up and then plateauing and working its way up. So it's been a very good strategy. And of course, not all markets lend themselves to mean reversion. Like we looked at the gold, looks like it had a nice pullback. So that I think that's going to be a good spot for mean reversion to happen. But right now we're in a very good mean reverting market.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Euro US dollar, there's no reason why we're not demonstrating that today because we love Euro USD. You can get whatever contract size you like. You can get in with huge amounts of liquidity, practically 24 hours a day. You can see good trends. You can see good mean reversion. It's just a good all-round market. It's not pushed around by anybody because it is so large. It is, apart from the Fed and maybe the other central banks, but on the whole, it is a very, very solid market to trade. Gold, a little bit different, probably a little bit more expensive in terms of cost, a bit smaller, probably a lot smaller actually, but still, you've got to try different things and see what works. What works for you. So going back to the model here, you said about time of day. So you can adjust the time of day here with a really simple drop-down menu, which you can't again see on the video. I don't know why, but all I'm doing is I can select within half an hour periods when the model should take trades and when it should stop taking trades within that 24-hour period. Are you excluding any time at all in your trading at the moment, Ren?
I find that setting is very important, especially for the currency markets. But just as an experiment for the last week's 24 hours a day, except for like Saturday and Sunday, I wanted to try it, just let it go and see if I could come up with some idea of like better times of day, or maybe it'd be okay. And so far it's been okay. But I would say that trading during the more active hours, the opening bell from Europe to the closing bell of the US market is probably your optimal time to do it. I have noticed that, the win rate drops off into like the 60s during like the very illiquid times of night, around midnight my time. It's not doing so well, but it's good enough that it was, I wanted to see how it goes. But that setting is very important to me. And I typically would just set it for the opening bell for Europe to closing bell US.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting most liquidity, you're getting larger moves as well. So the larger the size of the move, you're getting lower bid-ask spread. So it's that's a good sign. Your costs are a big factor. I'm demonstrating it. We're demonstrating it on the 1 minute time frame today. But you've been trading on the 15-minute. Did you tell me before?
So I started on the 15-minute before our call last week, but then I switched over to the 5-minute last week. So for the last 7 days, been on the 5-minute, which is a pretty fast frequency. But the trades aren't. It's not getting too many trades. The costs are reasonable. I think it's a good place to be.
Yeah, yeah. One thing I just actually did it by accident when I was looking at this a week or so ago. I went onto the 12-minute time frame, and that's not commonly traded as far as I'm aware. And the results were almost indistinguishable between the 12 and the 15-minute time frame, which is encouraging to me because it's giving you a bit of robustness, but also you're getting out of those. Data tends to be released, doesn't it, for whatever reason, on the half hour or the full hour. So you are getting that as a bit of an impact. Of course, with Unity, if you are there monitoring it, you can switch it off. You can just simply stop it taking trades if you know there's going to be a volatile event in the market. Or you can program it in on a daily basis if you want to, if you know the Fed is going to be speaking. I think we talked about this last week, didn't we? If you know the Fed is going to be, Jerome Powell or somebody is going to be talking at 1:30, then you can just set a condition, no trades between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. And you can just let it go quiet for that period and then take trades afterwards.
Yeah, I definitely turn it off during big announcements. Any of the central banks speaking is a good time to keep it turned off.
Yeah, and if you do leave it on overnight, you know that there's unlikely to be any expected news at that time. If there's unexpected news, that can happen at any time of day, so there's not much you can do about it. But unexpected news is obviously less frequent overnight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's a really good setting to have, and I think a lot of people benefit from that.
Yeah. So the Unity Excel trading model, it's available at the moment. There's a link below this video. If you're watching either live or on catch up, you can get the model. We're offering a free trial for everybody, and so you can get the free unlimited version of the Unity model plus the interface to connect you up. You can get a free demo MT5 account available from brokers all around the world. So just choose one that looks good in your location, do your research, find a good one, get a free demo account, and you can be testing and taking trades on this today. So link below the video, and I would suggest you try that out. So what else have we got here to look at? We've got the strategy results over here. So okay, we're using a small time period here, so we've optimized it for that. We're looking at about 74% winning trades, but you're saying about a 65%. That doesn't sound bad actually to me, dropping from a 75 to a 65. 75 would be optimized, 65 would be real world.
Right, and I'm seeing that too, though. During the week, I'm bumping up sometimes into the 70 percentiles, which is really impressive. But it does drop off, like I said, certain times at night. I think around the Asian market open, it seems to drop off a little bit. Win rate drops back down. So I'm averaging like in the mid 60s, overall.
Yeah, which is good enough. It's good enough.
Yeah,
Keep the costs low. 65% rate is good enough. So a question here. Hi, Jose. How do we get those graphs for Excel? Well, these graphs here are just in the model. They're in the Unity Excel trading model. Below the video, you will see a link that you can get on the email list, and you will find out all the information you need to know about it. It is available. Like I said, we're offering a free trial for this for anybody who wants to try it out. You can get everything for free. There's absolutely no risk. Cancel at any time. It's a free trial, and you can get on these graphs. Go over here. This is where the analysis takes place. You can choose the strategy that you like. At the moment, we've got the two big choices of either the mean reversion or the opening range breakout, two classic strategies that you can adjust, optimize, refine to however you want. And all the markets are available, a ton of different markets in MT5, and even on a demo account you will find tons and tons of different markets.
Yep.
Thanks for the question, Jose. Anybody else, please chime in. We're going to be going on here for about another 10 minutes. Unfortunately, we have not taken any trades today, and I'll just show you how I can see that. We've got a flat line here, so we're not meeting the criteria for taking any trades at the moment, although we are Unity is there, it's waiting for trades, but let's say it's waiting for a better opportunity to take a trade.
It is. It's exactly what we're expecting from the mean reversion because we're having that down move, right? So now it's waiting for that up move to come in and start to formulate. And once it does, it'll take off and take that trade. So it's in that pause mode, which is good because if the market continues lower right here, we don't want to be a part of it.
No. So I mean, there's a very real chance we could have a deeper retracement
Yep.
after a while. I mean, when I went back here on just onto a 4-hour time frame, we drew a very rough linear regression through that. You can see we are very, very close to it.
Yep.
This pullback is tiny so far. What we want to see, what all the trend traders want to see, is a continuation upwards, and we'll see what happens.
Well, one
Either
thing that's
way,
pretty
we're taking long and short trades in this demonstration, but we have not had any trades just yet.
One thing interesting I see is you're trading gold, which is a totally different market than the euro, and you're getting very similar results. So I think the strategy itself has just proven to be very robust. It's a popular strategy, and it is popular for a reason because it is robust.
Yeah. Another one, actually, another type of, there's so many different ways you can trade mean reversions. Another type that I really like is a short period RSI. I think we've talked about this one before. And here, looking for very, very deep retracements, but short, sharp retracements, and buy when the market is very oversold, or sell when it is very overbought, looking for a quick snapback of that elastic band.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites too. Really like that one.
Yeah, so maybe that's another one that we can put in there. We are open to all sorts of suggestions. What we want to do at the moment is get classic trading strategies that you can adapt and make them your own. You can do it all in Excel. The interface here is so lightweight. You don't have to install anything on your computer. There's no security issues. Ren, do you want to just quickly go over the how secure this system is?
Well, it's great because the interface just takes the data from MT5, puts it into Excel. Excel looks at all of the data and makes the trade decision, sends the trade decision back to MT5. All the credentials and broker account type things are handled by MT5, so you don't have any of that being transmitted back and forth in the interface itself. MT5 is the one that actually communicates the trade to your broker. So all of that is handled over there and it's secure. So yeah, with the interface, you don't have to worry about logging into your broker account through some interface or anything like that. It's just purely a data interface to send the data back and forth between Excel and MT5, which makes it a very secure system. So as long as MT5 has been very secure with your broker, then you're good to go.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? We're not installing anything. You're just using Excel. You do have to concurrently at the same time have your MT5 terminal open, but that's all. That is literally all. And it doesn't matter, like I demonstrated a moment ago, if I want to go through and say, have a look at, see what the euro's doing here. Go to a 1 minute time frame on the euro. It doesn't matter. It's not going to affect what Excel is doing. We want a counterpoint here. The euro is showing a bit more sort of mixed, isn't it? It's stuck in a bit of a range at the moment, whereas gold was clearly showing a sell-off. We can see what other markets are doing. USD CAD here again looks to be CAD looks to be sold off in favor of the dollar, and if we get the something even clearer, Bitcoin, see what's happening with Bitcoin, we can see here it's drifting down on the 1 minute time frame, and none of that will affect what's going on in our spreadsheet.
Exactly, which is really nice. So yeah, that data continues to flow and your trading system continues to trade.
Exactly. Yeah, everything is being handled with by Excel. By the interface. Excel is handling the trading strategy, and you just need to keep an eye on it. If you're trading on the short time frames, if you're doing what Ren's doing, you can just leave it running and it will do its thing while you are sleeping or doing something else.
Yeah, exactly. It does all the heavy lifting for you.
It does indeed. It keeps you honest as well. It keeps you sticking to your strategy. We've emphasized this over and over. It's so difficult. every single trader in the world knows how difficult it is to stick to a plan. If you're a mechanical style trader, or whether you've got more flexibility in your system, you need something at least to keep you. You can't just make it up as you go along. You need something at least to give you a plan, give you a template for how to do that. You can do this in Unity. It will take the trades exactly the way you've programmed it, exactly according to your plan, and it will follow it out to the letter.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a really, really important point. We talk about it all the time. Once you've found a robust strategy in backtesting, and you've trust the system, then you really have to trust your risk management that you've built into it. So if you don't trust the system, you don't want to trade it. That's the main point. I always talk to traders, and myself, I'm guilty of this. Is just you have a system you've developed, it has a pretty high win rate, but then something will happen. You'll be in a trade that's doing really well, and you should be taking your profits, but you get excited and you're like, it's going to keep running, and you end up running into a loss because you didn't close the trade according to the profit target. And I see that time and time again. Or you have an issue where you make an excuse for changing the strategy while you're in the strategy, and that's what happens to, I think, everybody. It happens to me. So with a system like this where you have automation, it's locked in. You just leave it run, and you have to robustly back test your strategy first. But after that, just let it run, and you'll get the same results, very similar results to your back test.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So backtest first, develop strategy, backtest it first. Optimize it for the conditions that you expect to see on any particular session. That's absolutely fine. We're not talking curve fitting. We're just talking optimize it for the conditions that you expect. Then, as you say, flick a switch, let it run, and it will do everything for you. So we're going to go on for a couple more minutes. We're going to finish this soon. So please, anybody that is on the live stream, please drop any questions in. We'll be more than happy to respond to those. And any final thoughts today, Ren?
Well, I'm curious to see how gold works out for us this week. I'm going to be keeping an eye on it myself, so I might have to start trading it.
Yeah, well, let's see. So let's go on the 5 minute here. Yeah, we have had a bit of a sell-off here, but goodness me, from all the strength we've been having for gold and the equal and opposite dollar weakness, we're dropping down into the trading range. It certainly looks likely to me we're going to get a resumption to the upside, but let's see.
Let's hope so. I'll be curious. Next week we can talk about the results of gold.
Yes. Yeah, we'll talk about how gold performs. Maybe we'll have a new market next week. Again, maybe we'll be back to the euro. If you want something specific, drop us an email. In fact, if you've got any questions at all, feel free to drop us an email. But any of the packages available for Unity. Ooh, did you see that candle just go there?
Yeah, wow. Whoa,
Something dropped.
Wow. So we weren't in the trade, which is good, because now we've been, it would be great if we were short gold, but
yeah. So this is the opposite to our momentum style trading strategy, which is equally valid as long as you stick to your rules. Yeah, we just had a bit of a spike through support.
Yeah, gold does have violent moves sometimes.
Yeah. So that's what happened in the euro. So this seems to be across the board. We've had a leg down. So maybe some news or something another was announced. But as you say, we weren't in a trade.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'll have to double check on my euro here.
Yeah, see what's going on. Okay, so on that note, let's finish for today. Thank you very much, everybody that has been here. If you have any further questions, please just pop them in an email and we'll be more than happy to respond, give you any further information, explain more about how Unity works. So thank you very much for being with us here today, Ren.
Yeah, thank you for hosting, Mark. It's great. Yeah, it was a good session. I'm excited to keep an eye on gold now.
Yeah, it could be one of our new favorite markets. Let's just find what gold is doing here. Yeah, not as violent as the euro, but continuing its downtrend. See what happens. Okay, so we're going to have another live stream next week, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
And talk to you then.